Y'all, the world teaches that you can only rely on yourself. You can only trust yourself. And nobody in the world you could trust but yourself. And that's a very toxic way of thinking, because especially when you're going through hard times and troubles, you feel like you have to carry the weight of them on your own. You feel like you can't share with others. It's just weighing you down. It's like you're in the sea and you're trying to come up for air, but an anchor is weighing you down and you can't. So sometimes that anxiety, it feels like you can't breathe. Y'all, scripture says in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 29 and 30, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Let me kind of give y'all some context before I go on. So people back in that time, but the Pharisees were putting so much pressure by the rules, by the Mosaic law, and people were just exhausted and so burdened from trying to follow the law but never measuring up. So they were burdened by guilt, shame. And the perfect thing about Jesus is he says, come to him. Lay down our burdens at his feet. He doesn't say you need to try harder, you need to be better. You need complete reliance on Jesus Christ. So this verse is literally referring to every single one of us. Those who labor, who are tired of work, that 9 to 5 grind. Some people working 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Go to Jesus. Those who are heavy laden, y'all. Those who are carrying the weight of guilt, shame, of not being enough. Jesus offers us rest from all of those things. When Jesus says, take his yoke. Y'all, a yoke is basically, I have it written down, it's a wooden harness that joined together 2 oxen, but they share them together and they share the load. Jesus is offering his yoke, y'all, because it's perfectly tailor-made for us, and he's gonna share the load with us, y'all. He says he is gentle and humble in heart. He's not like the Pharisees or people in this world that tell us you need to be perfect, you need to do this and this exactly the way that society tells you to do it. He is gentle and he gives us grace, y'all. For our burdens, he gives us strength. Us constantly trying to strive to be perfect, he gives us rest. And our shame from any past sin, he gives us his grace. And our loneliness, we are invited into his presence. So here's a reminder, you don't have to carry it alone. Because Jesus said to lay it all down at his feet, to take his yoke upon our own, and to share the burden with him. That is ultimately why Jesus had to die for us, because he knew we were never going to be perfect and never going to be able to keep the law to the fullest. He gave us that out of his grace, y'all, that free gift of salvation through his death on the cross.